Right. So, I know I said that I wouldn't be I'd be going on a break for a bit, but King in Black has done it again. It's made me come back from a break by being so good. It's finally done. King in Black is done now, and it's the best event book that I think I've read in a while. It's probably the best event book since Secret Wars. And that's saying something, because there's been like 100 events since, and there's going to be 100 events in the next 5 years. Like, this is just finished. I think we're getting Heroes Reborn coming soon-ish, or like sooner rather than later. But yeah, I really enjoyed this, and the ending. I want to talk mainly about the ending, but like, everything leading up to that is amazing. Ryan Stegman's art is just perfect for a book like this, where it's like, it's not a horror, it's more of like a sci-fi action thing, but the big bad is the most terrifying thing in like any comic book ever. But like, it's just a 5-issue long action film. It's basically like reading an action film, but the whole of it is the fight and the action, and there's like no downtime. This is like, there's a book that's currently out called Non-Stop Spider-Man. This is the non-stop book. There is no downtime at all in this book, and I love it. I'm thoroughly like into it. There's no point where I was reading this that I was like, right, I think I can stop now. And if I was reading this in trade, which I didn't, I read each issue as it came out, but if I was reading it in trade, I wouldn't be able to put it down. And I think this is a book that is perfect in trade. That being said, I haven't read the final Venom tie-in book, and that's my big problem with this, and I'll get into that in a minute. But I haven't read that one yet, and I think that might be important, because it might bring back a certain character that's been dead for a while. But besides that, everything that's in the main book, you can read the main book, and you don't need to have read anything else. Maybe Venom and maybe like Donny Cates' other stuff, minus Guardians of the Galaxy, but you probably need to read Silver Surfer Black and his Doctor Strange run. Maybe his Thor run as well, because there is a little bit of a tie-in with that, but not a massive tie-in, just a little one. Just a little, like, explaining why Thor isn't there from the beginning and why he comes in halfway through the fight. But it's amazing. It's seriously, this is the kind of thing that is why I still keep up with the week to week with comics, because it can get hard, like, when stuff's coming out and you get a week of books and none of them are like amazing books, but then you get stuff like King in Black come out and stuff like Donny Cates' Venom come out, and you're just sat there for like the 5 minutes that you are reading this, because it goes by like anything. It's that easy to read, and it's like, and you're just sat there with a smile on your face, like, this is amazing. This is like the kind of comics that I love. This is why I read comics. It's like it's honestly amazing. I want to talk about the actual story for a bit, because all I've done is gush about how amazing it is without telling you why it's so amazing. I'm going to have the covers showing here, by the way, so that should show you why this book is so great. But the whole thing is, it's just Null, who is the god of all symbiotes, fighting every superhero and basically wiping the floor and killing every superhero. and then by the end of the story, Venom gets spoilers, by the way. Eddie Brock gets taken over by Captain Universe, gets the powers of Captain Universe, takes Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, and Silver Surfer's board, merges them, creates an axe, like this massive axe, takes down every fucking thing, every symbiote dragon and everything that's covering Earth, kills Null, gets beaten up by a symbiote Celestial and kills that, and then Venom becomes the god of all symbiotes, and the final panel of issue 5 is just, you are now the god of the symbiotes, you are now the King in Black. I think that's the only time in the entire book that they actually say King in Black without, the title at the start of issue 1. But they're not they don't actually call Null the King in Black. They call him the god of the symbiotes. But it's called King in Black because it's a catchy title. And now they're actually calling Venom the King in Black. So it's that's cool. That's cool how that kind of is the turnaround and what is next for Venom. Because Donny Cates is having his final issue on issue 200, which that's going to be amazing, by the way. But what is going to happen after that? Are they going to have a whole... they're going to have a whole run which is him dealing with being king of the symbiotes? Or are they going to forget about it? I don't think they should forget about it because we've had such a amazing run getting to this point, and it would be terrible if we got to this point and then they were just no, we're back to the old status quo. I think there should be, as much as there was an epic journey getting to this point, there should be as much of an epic journey going back, because obviously we can't stay here. We can't stay with Venom being this cosmic level entity, but going back to the street level roots has got to be a journey in and of itself. Obviously Eddie Brock is not going to want to be king, so there's an interesting story to tell there. I think they need to have a talented enough writer if Donny Cates is really going to leave the title, which is a massive shame because he's been doing so well with it. But I think they need to get someone who can write that really well. Maybe Colin Bunn, because he did well with the tie-in to War of Realms. So I think having him come back to Venom as the main writer would be cool. That would be cool, wouldn't it? But I don't know. All I know is that I loved King in Black. I can't wait till Venom issue 200. I can't wait to finish the Venom tie-ins to this. I can't wait to finish all of the tie-ins, to be fair, because there's still the Fantastic Four one that's surprisingly incredible as well. The big problem that I have is the amount of tie-ins, because it's a massive amount. It's a whole page at the end of each issue per month, and that's insane how many tie-ins are there, but all of them are good. All of them are really good, actually. I haven't read all of them because I'm not made of money, but the ones that I've read I have thoroughly enjoyed. Maybe the Union, that one was a bit meh, but it's getting better, kind of, not really. But all of the other ones have been really good. The Fantastic Four one, really good. The Amazing Spider-Man one, really good, but it's leading into a Reptile book, so I don't know. But yeah, King in Black, if you can find it in trade when it comes out in trade, which will be in a few months or a few years, depending on how Marvel is with trades now, because apparently it's difficult to get trades of anything. But it's only 5 issues, so it should be available in a few months. But yeah, if you are a fan of Venom and you want to see something completely different than what the movie was, this is like the best Venom story you could get, and it's a massive event. So yeah, King in Black, it's incredible. Go read it now. Do it. You know you want to. That's the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Only like 1% of my audience is subscribed. So if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.